say this was too much. I know. But when you now see the events that followed.
Yeah, but then I went back and did some investigation today. And you know what I found?
Tell us.
The Buhari that we know, look closely to his earlobes. His earlobes is not attached to his face. The present Buhari, look at his earlobes, is attached. It's like it's gone. So when people grow older, does their facial structure change? That's a big question. So they must have gotten a very good look-alike and maybe done some facial, just to perfect the fraud. And I think that's what it is. You know, like JJ Man said, it was yesterday or the day before. He was saying that money that they are taking out is part of the money they want to use to settle him, so that he will shut his mouth. And I think
I'll make him disappear.
It's true. It's just awesome. You know, but they are in for a shock, and I'm still standing on what I said earlier. Watch it. 29 is not very far.
It's not.
He is not going to be sworn in. He is not going to be sworn in. It's just as simple as that. He's not going to be sworn in. I'm still standing on that. I'm not moving. He's not going to.
So many people who strongly believe that too. I mean,
he's not going to be sworn in. He's not going to be sworn in because there are some. There's some people within the society that matter that you find that they are not even talking much. And you know, when people that matter do not talk much, there's something cooking. That's all I can say. But I just have the and even
the days, I mean, all of us go there live and see this, because they say whatever we are going to use to tell a story or an history, we have to make the whole thing is an event that will happen here, Baba. But I'm actually like, I would like to see that day. Go on, today.
Yeah, and apparently another part of the Twitter was saying today that Tinubu is not actually in France. He's in London. He's hiding somewhere in London. He is hiding somewhere in London. The man is not well at all. They are trying to prop him so that
Blinken spoke to then. Have they started all the trickery already? Like the Secretary of State of America, right? U.S. Secretary of State.
Yes.
Who did he speak to? The people when they said he spoke to him in Paris. Because you see, Kwakwanso is in Paris, Sanusi is in Paris, El Rufai is in Paris. A few other people are also there. Something is cooking in that place, but now you just said drop to London. Go on, Papa.
You know this man is a master strategist when it comes to criminality.
I know.
He might place those people as a decoy to be in Paris, so that people will take the attention away from him being in the UK, in London, because that man, all the intelligence he has is criminality. That's how he's been from beginning. Criminality. That's all he knows how to do.
That's why they call him.
You know. The father of
they call him the Don now. They say, he don't go. He don't go, and he will be like this. He'll do like this in front of them. He'll do like that. He don't go. He don't. Lagos City boy. He don't. In that state, drama day. Everybody get ready.
Yeah, don't worry. That's my 2 cents.
I know.
Have a lovely evening.
And you too. Send me word to the family as well. That's a good one from Jude. Perspective upon perspectives, and you can always have them on here. Pick what you think is reasonable and build on them. Nothing is a waste. Hello there. No information is a waste, though.
Yes, sir.
Hey, yes, sir. This is me just hearing you, sir. How are you?
Very well. How are you doing?
I am very well, sir. Thanks for asking. And you are live. Everybody can hear you. If I can hear you, they can hear you. Go on, sir.
Yeah. All right. So, what a charade, right? And what a day.
What a day.
You know, my God.
Somebody said today.
I remember one thing when they were dragging him out of the court, right? I remember back home then, there is this firewood that they call Apola. Apola firewood. You see, Apola firewood is kind of firewood that when you set it on fire, it's like petrol. So I'm about what pull and to
that one go hot. So
no.
Leti Baba 80.
Yeah.
They shall no long.
No, Akilo did now. Some Agbalagba, you like I don't know.
Say, you know, they say young people are insulting them, insulting elders. Baba share this one a role model of elders. This Apapa, is he a role model to young people to now say, oh, we can
That is true. That's true. These people are old. They are old enough for us to call them elder. They call them elder statesman, whatever, elder state chief, whatever they call them. Anyway, but you know, that is that. Anyway, I mean, I'm glad the way they treated me, though. I'm so happy with that. Now, see, Nigeria cannot be helpful. Nobody can help Nigeria. Okay? I mean, look at the analysis you gave about the lawmakers. People are supposed to be making law. Okay? They will make the law. They're supposed to implement the law. Then the enforcement agency is supposed to start enforcing the law. Look at them sharing the future and destiny of we the young people in Nigeria.
So who are we going to report them to? Nobody.
So what are we going to do? So who? You know, these are the people that are supposed to be in the parliament fighting for us in diaspora and everything. You know, I mean, when I hear all those analyses, I said, you know what, this is it. This country is finished. I don't think there is any, and like you said, you see all these American people or Western world, they go for their own, they go for their own best interest.
That's it.
They do their own, yeah, because you remember what happened in Rwanda back then?
Yes.
Nobody came to help Rwanda.
They allow them to kill themselves, like say the world doesn't care. See, Baba, Rwanda is far away. You see what is going on in Sudan today. People are burning down their country. They are like finishing everything in Sudan. Guess what? Ceasefire. Ukraine. Sudan is burning. Nobody's coming to help anybody.
Yeah.
Until everybody knows that anyway.
Nobody. No, nobody's coming to help anybody. So all these things are banned or anything. It's just a charade, you know. Like they have our resources at that is where the high is. Our crude oil, our gold, our mineral resources. That's what they want.
That's it.
That's what they want. And that's what that Prime Minister of Barbados was saying the other day. You know, one of the journalists asked her, she said, why is it that African as a country or as a nation, why are they not going big on global warming? And all these things that
you say about. Tigers or global heavy. How come even Nigeria, the biggest black nation on earth, how come Nigeria are the big brother in begging? Not like you have China in Asia, you have America in North America. You have the Britain in Europe here. You have Germany in other, you have Russia in the Eurasia. So what is Nigeria in Africa? Big brother in begging. Tell me about that Barbados PM talking about Africa.
Yeah, so I mean Mia Motley. And she replied the journalist and she said, do you really want me to answer that question you had? And she said, yes. And she said, you guys, you the West, are the parasites. Draining us, taking all our resources. And this is the first time ever that I will see a black leader in a presidential position that will ever say that. He said, you guys are the ones siphoning all our inheritance, all our resources, and you expect us. So what do you expect us to do? So how do we reconcile that? I mean, how do we do that?
Problems with African solutions until we get to that stage anyway. Nigeria problems with us taking care of ourselves, dealing with ourselves until that time. Well, we can continue going in limbo.
My brother, I I don't know, yeah, because that's the truth. Even though if you say Nigeria is bad, Nigeria is bad. Okay? What are we going to do as Africans to the international world? What are you going to do?
That's a big one.
Because we need to start that conversation. We need to start that conversation.
To even have that
we need to leave us alone.
Self, now what? Nobody want to have that conversation. And it is by having that conversation you can begin to understand yourselves that, wait, it's true. How did you become one country self? Now everybody go to ask themselves, wait, it's true. Why did we allow us to be one country like this? We have nothing in common. Now let's now respect that boundary and maybe create something that actually represents our values. But that conversation, they don't want to start on. Because that conversation, now the breakup of Nigeria conversation, nobody wants to have the conversation yet.
Oh yeah, they will. Because there's a force on ground right now. They will.
Mm-hmm.
They will.
Well,
they will.
Thank you so much.
There is a force on ground right now. Thank you, sir.
God bless you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I have another caller on the line. And if you are still watching me, we still have over 3,000 of us. And I want to say thank you to, sorry, my caller. How are you?
Hello.
Hello, ma. How are you?
Hello, Michael. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Thank you. Let me do.
You will have to actually leave them in that living room and find somewhere quiet and lock the door. Something like this. You have to put your back at the door so that they won't push it. Because if you leave them for too long, they'll find you to wherever you go. How are you doing?
They're very strong. They also push me.
I know. But find a way. You know what I mean? Distract them.
No,
tell them to watch that program. Yeah, tell them to listen to that program. You're going to come back and ask them what that man discussed. They will be busy with that. Mm-hmm.
I'll be really, really quick. Today, I was so happy when I saw Lamidi, Apapa.
So you see that? An old man, we don't get shame. Oh, man.
It made me so happy. I wish that this is what we should be doing to all of them when they come out. We should be harassing them, stoning them, throwing tomatoes, eggs, anything we can find. We should be stoning them because these people are crazy, acting with impunity up and down the whole place. It's ridiculous, honestly. But today made me so happy that we have people who were brave enough to come at Lamidi Apapa. But I also feel like with Lamidi Apapa, he's like a low-hanging fruit. Do you understand? Because if you have people, I watched the interview with the Zamfara governor who wants to become the senator, and I shook my head. I was like, just imagine this man. You had the boldness to come out and say that there's poverty in your land, and you had nothing to do. You had no way to assist. Nothing you did. Education.
It was asking, was he the first governor?
Exactly.
That's the one that actually got me angry, by the way. When he was asking, he had no answer to all the questions. Then he said, was I the only person? Was I the only governor? I did my best. You know one thing, ma? Do you know that for the past 7 years, there has not been any WAEC examination in Zamfara State? And whenever there was, they've not released the WAEC result for any Zamfara student in the last 7 years. And this most part are when that guy was governor. When I read that, it was unbelievable. Like, no, that's impossible.
That is it. But this is the thing. That is a massive tragedy. They have people. But after listening to Rufai's section, because I feel like Rufai is only the one that really wants to fire these people. Because they really be asked, what do you bring to the table? What are your achievements? What difference do you want to make? Or is being a Senate president, president, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Is that a title? Is that another chieftaincy title for you to say, okay, you're a Senate president? Yes. Is that what you want? Mm-hmm. Because you're supposed to actually contribute, make a difference. But the thing is, the problem we have as a country, and even people, I cannot want it as badly as Zamfara people should want it for themselves. Do you understand? How can you have successive governors come, preside over you guys, and you guys are not up in arms, for goodness sake? You have nothing in a state that is,
92% poverty rate. Do you know that too?
And it has the highest
Yes.
Highest poverty rate.
Yes.
Look at it. 92% based off of what Rufai said yesterday. 92% poverty.
Yes.
And now 7 years, no WAEC results, so no education, no nothing. And these people are supposed to compete in this our world today. We're in trouble.
A big one, oh, a very big one.
We're in trouble. You know, I think the previous caller, or no, the caller before the one that just left, right? If I also be, and I've been saying it, I will build 4 massive maximum security prisons because the people that are going in there,
sure you guys.
Not only are Christians, the police that we have, because you cannot say you're going to use this current crop of people who are policemen to police anything. They are equally criminals and should all be locked up. They should all be locked up. Politicians, if you cannot account for your wealth, you will be in prison and will see your wealth. You know, this is how we should start. You know, but you know me, I always tell you, I'm always very reluctant to say, okay, we should have this uprising and this, you know, and everything, because I'm at
you
somewhere
like
else in another part.
You want peace, and at the same time you also want a little ginger or a garnished, you know, peace that is garnished with a little violence here and there. As long as they won't kill people, but you can never rule it out. You know, it's gonna happen spontaneously.
Exactly, you can't rule it out. And you know, what I always say in all our conversation is, how many lives are enough?
To lose?
How many people will say, okay, yes, okay, it's enough. Is it one life? It's just one life. Did that life not matter, you know, at the end of the day? So you have to see, you know, I can't with my full chest as Nigerian say, okay, let's go out there and fight.
Let's do it like that. No.
You know, I'm here. And there's something I wanted to bring to your attention because I haven't verified it, but my sister told me today.
Right.
And she said me that somewhere in Anambra State that they kidnapped some United States citizens and maybe killed some people. So there were like gunshots and everything around in the state. I'm still going to call my family there to find out exactly.
I know the story like yourself, right? I kind of heard more because the U.S. Embassy in Nigeria, which I would say is the U.S. government in Nigeria, they've made a statement.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when the news first broke, initially they said 4 U.S. Embassy employees have been killed by, as usual, unknown gunmen. Then it wasn't long when people debunked that there is no American citizen killed in Anambra. Yeah. But the American embassy staff, who are Nigerians, right? So they were sent on a particular job or something in Anambra, and they got attacked by what they call the unknown gunmen. Or, you know, we all know the story behind the unknown gunmen. We know the politics behind that, yeah? Ordinarily, we would expect them to just at least fish out these killers, fish out these attackers. But rather than that, it became more obvious that they were more interested in hanging it on IPOB, hanging it on on innocent Igbos, right? So they are more interested in that than finding what really happened.
Let me tell you something. There's something going on. Because if you really look at everything, right, how they've been trying to agitate Southeast since, you know, there's something, always something. You know, the Lagos governorship elections, they tried their best to agitate. You know, if the Southeast was going to respond, that did not work. You know, okay, let's calm down. Sudan issue happened. Somebody posted how they left Igbo people behind it and all. Something trying to agitate, instigate. I don't know what it is, but I think that, you know, when you get down the United States and everything, it makes me worry. But again, I've always known that the West, no one has our interest.
No.
Their sole interest in countries like Nigeria, in fact, the whole of Africa, is its resources. That is their own interest. And not only is its natural resources, it's human resources.
As well.
Because as long as the place is destabilized, people like you and I will leave. And what do? We come to their countries.
Right.
We continue contribute to their economies. Nigerians are still one of the most well-read, highest paid,
and highest earners too, especially in your America there.
Yes, So in the UK, in the what they call it, in the US, Nigerians are everywhere. Right. So we're talking about Nigeria. So, everyone in Africa, Ghanaians, people are everywhere. So as long as a place remains destabilized,
yes,
they will continue to get human resources. There will be capital being transferred from Africa to there, and also brain drain as well. That's okay, right. Because I cannot imagine that we still have the best of the best in that country teaching our own people. Okay, so brain drain, the human resources gone, and then our natural resources being plundered, right? And with impunity as well. The same impunity that they will not accommodate in their own land, they do it fully in our own land and do it for free almost. So we have a massive problem. I'm not even sure if, changing this contraption and making, Oduduwa, region and all of that is going to change. We still need to figure out how to get the claws of the West off of the continent. Do you understand what I mean?
It's a tough one.
Because once you get the claws of the continent, of the West off of the continent, there may be, just maybe,
a chance.
And let me just say one more thing before I go and the next person comes. There was someone who said that many years ago, he lived in Portiscombe, and that even there, they used to have Igbo Day, so the Igbos were there, they celebrated themselves, their culture and everything, and this Portiscombe, I think, is somewhere up north.
Yeah,
right?
Portiscombe should be somewhere in Jos, Plateau, all these areas, yeah? Portiscombe.
Okay, all of those places. Yeah, I think the point that the point he was trying to make is that we always loved each other, but somehow, how we started to distrust, hate, and believe that we cannot work together as one, right? We can't. I really don't understand where it's coming from. But if us self-governing is what is going to take, then let it be. I'm not ashamed to say that I would prefer a one Nigeria, because I just believe the concept that we can all work together. Igbos have married Yorubas. We've just intermarried all over the whole places, and everything. And those people are living happy lives, right? Some, but the point I'm trying to say is that we can overcome differences to achieve, a beautiful Nigeria. But in the absence of that, let us carry on fighting for separation.
Usually, right? What people do when things get to that stage, after they must have felt like, okay, I just hope, this, I wish we didn't get to this stage. At that stage, they will just be like, I just hope God will just come and help us. And I'm like, no, I get what you mean. You've run out of all options, and don't worry. It's just that when people are tired, they will ask for something different. That one I'm certain of. Yeah. But the only good advantage of this whole thing is that more people are, people are more aware politically now what's going on than before.
Yeah. People are very,
very much
aware
like now, especially those who are in diaspora. They are more interested. Yeah, and that's enough.
Because how long do you want to live here? Even I'll be honest with you. When I tell my children, please, when I die, don't bury me here. Take me.
You don't want to. You want to come back and appear in Nigeria. Something that people are praying. God, I would rather be a lamppost in Germany than to be born in this country again. God, please create me as a dog in America. You have no idea what you're asking for. Just be careful. Anyway, thank you so much, Shamurai, for stopping by. I appreciate you. Thank you. You have a good one. So I have another caller. I have we see over 3,000 of us on YouTube. Let me remind you. And only 1,300 of us have actually dropped their own offering. If you have done yours, don't worry. If you haven't, you can just stop by and pick up that phone and like that broadcast. For this. Hello, sir.
Hello, Mayogo.
How are you? You are back.
Yeah, good evening.
You are prominent now.
How are you?
A lot of people will begin to ask you for the trick. How do you always get?
Yes, I would.
You share that.
Good evening.
How are you doing tonight, sir?
Thank you. Right, no problem. Yeah. Okay, Mayogo, what I'm going to say to you now tonight is absolutely very important.
Please,
listen
share.
Very carefully. First and foremost, let's treat this to get it out of the way. Yesterday, I think you mentioned about the visa ban, yeah?
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah. if it's with good intention, whatever intention it is, there's nothing wrong about it. But what you got to understand, this visa ban that you have to understand, most of oil nation is being controlled by the oil companies. Right. Yes, 100%. All these big oil companies control the country. Who owns these companies are the Western world, the Americans, the Britain. So that visa ban, I will speak to obedience. That visa ban could be a soft approach to penetrate Nigeria, to soften their action. However the case might be, I don't know, so that things will postpone.
Yeah, and who are the doing something to just make them feel so.
Exactly. Who are the people who own the oil wells in Nigeria, the oil rigs? The Fulanis. Exactly.
Of the oil
and the Fulanis. They are the ones speaking to this oil big company, speaking to the Western world. So whatever plan they're planning, nobody knows about that. But what I'm going to speak to obedience tonight is about there is the mother of all battles coming on Friday. They are obedient. Listen, Nigerians have been abused for a long time. INEC has now become a political party against Nigerians. It's no longer an institution that Nigerians, the taxpayers' money, set up to look for fair election. No. INEC blankly refused to allow Labour Party to get access to the documents. And nothing is up there. That is completely disobeying court order.
That's right.
And nothing is happening. Nobody is speaking to them. So they owe the country. They haven't got the access. They haven't allowed Labour Party to get the documents they need. Now, the tactics they're playing have been revealed. One of your callers said that Tinubu will be sworn in on. Tinubu will not be sworn in on the 29th.
12 days from
now. He's far away. No, Tinubu will be sworn in on the 29th. I'm telling all obedience now to listen. You obedient, you started a war, that organic war that you never planned. You have been abused. Nigeria has been in an abusive relationship with the ruling establishment. They stole your future. They stole the future of your dad. Now they're trying to see your own future, and you are still looking at them to see your future. Because what will happen, the court on Friday will postpone, because this is a tactic.
Delay tactic.
This is a tactic. Yes, it will postpone that judgment again. How many days? And it will be 29. And I'm telling you now, if Tinubu is sworn in, then obedience, you must well go home. You've accepted Tinubu as your president. If Tinubu is sworn in on the 29th, you have accepted Tinubu as your obedience. 29th is the last Friday, is the last day. If obedience accept Friday judgment, Friday decision, then you must well go home and accept the judgment. Friday, if you accept Friday, what will happen on Friday? Because what they're going to do on Friday will make you so angry that you cannot believe it. This is mother of all battles. You have to get up. Rise up. You cannot allow someone to abuse your father, abuse your grandfather, abuse you, and keep abusing you. When would you know? You started the journey. You have to finish that journey.
Thank you.
You have to finish. Yes. This Friday, they're going to give a judgment that they'll postpone that election. And Friday, Tinubu will be president. So if you accept the judgment of Friday, that means you have accepted the Tinubu as your president. And do not come back and talk rubbish again. Don't talk rubbish again. You accept judgment of Friday.
Thanks so much.
Friday is the best.
But one of the things people need to know is that once you start repeating yourself again and again and again, I have to take care of. Okay? So here I have another caller. Hello there.
One more.
Sita, is that you?
Yeah, let me not forget the reason I called before I get back to the last caller's judgment. Now, what we are looking at is what I am trying to point out today is what happened in Anambra State, whereby you can see what the mainstream media they wrote. They said that is United States Embassy worker.
I know.
They only wrote that thing for one reason. That was the reason they put up that publication. The reason they put up that publication, thinking that the American government is not going to look through and know if Americans are involved in that mayhem. Then, after that, they can now use that opportunity to say, oh, that's IPOB, so that they can prescribe
that's where
IPOB.
They are pushing it to now. That's where they are still going.
That was where they were going. But today, the American government
they debunked
came
some
out,
of them. Yeah, they said no.
They debunked it and said no American was involved in that mayhem.
No,
that is number one. So because they want to use that opportunity to gaslight, to tell these people that these people they are terrible, that they are terrorists, they are this. But
we told you that the Biafra they are asking for, they are the one unknown government. See, they have killed Americans.
Yes. So
unfortunately, that didn't
their
fly
bone
so
of
far.
contention. And they will have tied it to the obedient movement.
See, some even said
that was exact.
They were already saying that it could be one of those who be obedient to organize that. You know, it's ridiculous take. I just choose not to kind of touch them, you know.
Yeah, so that was where they were going to. So when we're looking at it, they are going to try every hell. The reason they are trying every hell is because they themselves, they are not sleeping at this time. They've been worried like never before. Now, I want to come to the content of the last speaker. I keep saying this thing. I am sorry. This fight is not for obedience. It is not all about obedience. People who support the election or people who support P2B in the election. This is our fight. As far as you are breathing, you are alive today. It is our fight. What have all of us individually, what have we been able to contribute? It will not be nice. It will not all go well for anybody to come here and say, oh, if obedience accepts, if obedience, if he becomes the president of obedience, he has become the president of every Nigerian. So what have we been able to do individually? So let's not come here and blame some people.
All of us, our blame is pretty much like everybody's going to have to.
Everybody's involved.
And all of us go collect.
I change my dollar for 750 naira just the way every other person changes their dollar for 750.
That's right.
I buy gas at the same price everybody is buying gas in Nigeria. I buy bread the same price everybody is buying this thing. So you don't come here and say to the obedience, I am not a Labour Party member. I do not stand for this particular charade they call election. Yeah. I only stand to break up that country right now. Even if you want us to have one country, the most important thing is not the election. The most important thing is to visit the evil that is the constitution of Nigeria. How did we get here? One caller was asking, how did we get here? We got here because of the evil that the military from the northern part of Nigeria planted in Nigeria. Because even when the Europeans they left us with something that could work. And that thing that could work was regionalism in governance.
That's right.
But they took it away from us. That is the problem that we are having.
And we have not been able to restore that back. Ever. They've tried everything else. But they've not been able to restore back to regionalism. That actually worked. Anybody
who is breathing, your prerogative in life is not to say, oh, the obedience they accept. Your prerogative is to do your own and see what you can do to liberate this country. It's either to liberate the country or to make sure that everybody goes their separate way. Those are the two things that happen. I told somebody one day that the reason for agitation is not because of you really want to break away. But agitation, if you don't break away, it will bring back sanity into government. Those are the things that you can get. Only two things you can get from agitation. So anybody who comes there and say, oh, the obedience, you stop saying that. Who are the obedient?
So it's like we are still trying to tell some people to do this or else everybody's going, you know what I mean? But I get you, Osita. Ma, take another one.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Osita, thank you so much for actually, clearing that too. We shouldn't just feel like it's about them obedient, whether you part of their vote or not. They have now been added to the list of those who have become the victim of a roughened up a system like that of Nigeria. Hello there.
Hello.
Ma. How are you?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm looking at you.
Yes, you are. And I'm actually waving at you too, ma'am.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm back. Timeless.
Beautiful.
I'm timeless.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe it.
Oh, you better believe it, ma'am. I mean, look at me. Let me see.
God, I can't believe it.
Thank you.
I can't believe it. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh no.
I know.
Oh no, I can't believe it. Oh my goodness me.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I'm gonna put it in my diary.
Okay.
I can't believe it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you for everything. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just gonna say two things, right?
Please.
First,
go ahead, ma.
I agree with Osita. I agree with Osita. I can see he's very angry over what somebody said about obedience. Yeah? I didn't like it. I didn't like it myself. We are all the same. Nobody should say after the 29th, obedience should go and stay away and allow and accept what will obedience do? What would they do?
They can't stop a court. They just have to keep pressuring.
I'm telling you, what are they going to do to go and bomb the place? Obedience has done a lot. They have done so much. They have done protesting everywhere. How many days? Almost 2 weeks.
I know.
I really held those guys. I really held all of them because I know both men and women. You know, I held them. I don't like when they did obedience to go and rest, obedience to go and rest. Oh my goodness.
No, they can't be discouraged that way. No.
We should praise them. If not obedience, will Lamidi Pampas or Lamidi Apapa has left the cause? That was obedience. He would have gone in there even though he disrupted something there. But when he said obedience was there. So
it will be very careful next time. It will be very careful next time to go to any court.
Thank you. Whoever that is said obedience should have very. I don't think he will do that again.
No.
He would. I'm calling from London anyway.
Bless you.
I don't think he will do that again. He will not do that again. And secondly, we don't want to break up. We don't want to break up, right? We do not want to break up. But if it comes to that, everybody should go their way.
We have to.
You don't want it. I don't want it.
Not that way.
Some other people don't want it. But if the worst comes to the worst, let everybody go their way. Look at how they're treating the Igbos. Look at how they're treating the Igbos. If you go to Nigeria today, do you know that you'll be hacked away for protecting the Igbos?
I know.
I've seen how many times you have fought for the Igbos.
Yes.
You are Yoruba.
Yes.
But you have fought for the Igbos. If not for you, the Igbos that left and go a place somewhere, they wouldn't have journeyed after the governorship election. it was because of you, my good. Right? First thing I want to say.
Yes, ma'am.
Some people might not like it. I don't know. You know, you talked about the camera. With what you do, the things you have given us, I don't know that you're going to 12 years. I just started watching you in March. I came across you, and I've never left. I've even introduced some people to you. I've learned a lot. I have had people that started watching you almost 9 years ago, 8 years ago, 7 years ago. Do you know what we've learned from you? Some people that have high blood pressure, when they see you, they're all waiting to watch you. You take it away from them. Don't talk about camera. Put a link, whatever we can. Let us help you.
Okay.
You put a car. We didn't stop. We didn't do anything. Just put a link. You're not asking. I'm one of the callers. I'm one of your followers. You understand what I mean?
I'm with you.
Put a link in the comment section. Whatever we can. Yeah?
Well,
and another thing, you have seen my number.
That's very kind of you to even to have thought of that. Yeah, I didn't see it that way. Most of the time, it's just my own way of trying to say, guys, I'm sorry. This keeps blinking. I'm gonna fix it, even though it's gonna cost me a harm. But for you to even have kind of thought it that way, man, thank you. That's very kind of you.
I've been watching you since March.
Wow.
I have seen this blinking. When this blinking starts, it gets on your nerves.
I know. It's destructive, but I just kind of get used to it.
When the blinking starts, you don't like it at all.
I know.
Not one single bit. Very, very. Whatever we can, put a link.
Thank you, man.
Put a link on the comment section.
I will.
It's not about Yoruba Nation.
I know.
Put a link for my good diary political camera. It is £1 and $1. It is something.
I know.
One person can give you 10. One can give you £2. It is something. You understand?
I do.
Put a link for that.
Okay. I'll work on that.
You don't ask.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
7 days.
I know.
3 hours. 7 days. Sometimes your eyes are red.
Tired.
Your eyes are red. Tiredness. But you know how many people out there from Egypt, from Israel, from Sudan, from Australia calling you.
I know.
You know how many lives you touched? How about if you have said, okay, to John Michael, pay £20, pay $20.
I know.
And people will do it. That is what and you're always smiling. Always smiling. And when you get angry at it on your face.
Thanks, ma'am.
Because of what's happening in Nigeria.
Right.
What the youth are going through. You're here.
I know.
I see it on your face when you're angry. I see it on your face.
I know.
Sometimes tears come out of your eyes. We don't have to see it dropping, but I see it on your face. I see it in your eyes.
Right.
And when you finish, you go to bed. You go to bed to sleep. You will be thinking.
That's right.
Look at how you're breaking your hair. Look at what you're giving us.
I know.
You're giving us a lot. So put a link. You didn't say it. I said it in the comment section. And I'm the one who's been asking for how to do the super sticker.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. I've not really read your comment that much. I would have, I would have taught you.
Please. You've seen my number, please.
Yes, ma'am. I am going to follow all the advice. Yeah. And yeah, that's good. That's very kind of you, by the way. I mean, you just make me feel a little bit emotional right now, talking about, oh yeah, you know, this or that, somehow. I'm just going to say, that's very kind of you. Seriously. Thank you for even saying that. It means a lot.
No.
Thank you, man.
No. Put it in the comment section. That's our only two ways to appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah?
Thank you, man.
Nobody. It's not an insult. Nobody, all of us who are watching you, nobody will be like you. Nobody will be like you. It's God's gift.
Thank you.
The knowledge you have, wisdom.
Your parents, they should be proud of you. Your wife and your children, they have a good man. They have a good father.
Thank you very much.
I'm not a religious person like you. I believe in God, but I'm not a religious person. I'm not into those religious palabra. God will help. God will help. No. You
Those who
understand?
want God to be a magician.
No. God is not a magician. No, people want people want God to come down from heaven. God is not going to come down.
No, that's not how it works. You know what I mean? He said you will do your part and I will bless the work of your hand. He didn't say I will bless your hand. He said the work of your hand. You have to do something. Then he will then bless you. So thank you. Thank you so much, man. Let me take one more call and I can call it tonight.
Please don't forget the super sticker. Super sticker. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
You bring my number. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. God bless you.
And that link, too. You should have a good one. Yes,
for your camera.
It may not be tonight. No, it may not be tonight, ma. But you have kind of inspired me to do that. Okay, I will do something. I'll let you know.
I'll keep reminding you. Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Have a good evening, ma. All right. Wow. I was there just trying to hold it back and all that. I smile a lot, by the way. Yes, sir.
My good general.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm okay, Mayago. It's Austin from Germany. It's been a long time.
Austin, it's been a while. Oh, seriously, I didn't even have the time to check the number. How are you, Baba? It's been a while. Austin.
I tried it. I'm okay. I've tried you so many times. I'm not lucky to get you. I've been trying you every day.
Imagine. I'm glad you are on tonight because you're going to be the last caller tonight. Please.
Oh, wow. I'm really lucky. But definitely, I've been following you. I've been reading I've been following you, honestly.
Thanks.
Like our sister really said now, it has been one of the things I wanted to say also because you have been doing a very marvelous work.
Thank you.
I must commend you. I've learned a lot from you. I've been following you, if I'm not mistaken, up to 9 years now. 7 to 9 years now. I'm not
wow. And then people are like,
yeah.
Wow. I know.
There is no day I don't listen to you. So as I'm telling you, I'm working, but I'm still listening to you. And I said I must contribute this night. There is one thing I like with you that you have never gone out of it, and people doesn't know about it. People just overlook it. You have been mentioning this for a while that I know you about disintegration of Nigeria.
Yes,
that's the only solution for Nigeria. There is nothing else. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I am living here in Germany now
we are just delaying it.
Yeah, exactly.
If things continue like this, I am living. Can't save Nigeria. Nobody can save Nigeria. If things continue like this,
Mayagun, let me tell you the real truth. There is nothing about Nigeria that is left anymore. You know, the politicians even don't believe in one Nigeria. We are the ones believing in one Nigeria. They themselves doesn't believe in one Nigeria. Okay, for example, if one believes in one Nigeria, how can you make money in Nigeria and go and buy houses in abroad? How can a minister of education in Dubai and all these places? Yeah, you mean wait for your country. A minister of education and the children will be schooling outside. Who is the minister with? So how do you tell me that we can, the money that is made for the public, these people are so much wicked that they embezzle the pension money. They don't even care about the old people. They don't even care. So if someone is telling you that these people cares about you, they are lying. Nigeria wants to break. It will definitely break. No matter however we like to pamper it. It might not happen now, but it will definitely break.
Austin, you know what I told people? I said, if all of us have been honest, right?
Yeah.
At this point, the breaking up of Nigeria is not even in our hands. It's in the hands of those who have pushed us to that state that we feel like everybody should just go their separate ways. Sure, you there with me?
Exactly.
Baba? So, and these people who pushed us to this state, they are not even giving up yet. They are still doing it.
Definitely. On daily basis, you see they are heading to that direction on daily basis. We are friends. I can listen, I don't want to call names, but I listen to our sister that always said breaking up is not the option. Breaking up is not the option. It's the only option in Nigeria. How can you spend so much money to send your child in school? and your child will stay like 4 years, 5 years, no work. The minimum wage in Nigeria is 30,000. The minimum wage in Nigeria is 30,000. And the bag of rice is more than 30,000, it's 40,000. That means if you are working in Nigeria under minimum wage, 41 years, you can never buy one bag of rice. So how can somebody be telling me that Nigeria cannot break up? There is nothing else. Even I'm even wondering why Obi is fighting to become Nigerian president. Because Nigeria is pretty finished. What is he going to do?
Like, where is he
I'm telling you, what I'm going to say, yeah, where is he going to start? What I'm saying, my people will not like it, but what I'm saying,
you're saying
if Obi enters into power,
will not like it. What they are saying about, you know what people are feeling is that, so some of the obedient I've spoken to about, they don't believe there will be one come to magical. What they are saying is that, you see the fact that if they allow people's will to happen, there is a particular feeling that will envelope Nigeria and Nigerians, if PDP APC got crushed like normal, they say that alone will mean that people can choose their leader. People can deal with anybody anytime. So that alone can begin, it can be the beginning of maybe Nigeria can begin to recover. But since they don't miss some now, Baba, Kutu engineer, nobody hold us.
Let me give you an instance. Let me give you an instance. Obi was governor for Anambra State for 8 good years.
He was.
Obi changed the whole thing in Anambra State. Even though some political gurus doesn't like him, but he changed a lot of things. He did a lot of good things.
Evident.
And immediately he left. Immediately he left. Who was his successor? Willie Obiano. Where is Anambra today? Where is Anambra today? So the same thing with Nigeria. If Obi will lead Nigeria for 8 years, and he will leave, another person will come and
he'll come in and start everything. God bless you.
Even the Bible that we are reading said, if the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? The foundation of Nigeria is faulty. It's faulty. It's faulty. Nobody you can't build a good house on top of a house that is already destroyed. Nigeria is finished. You can't ever build. Nobody can salvage Nigeria. Nobody can salvage it. When
Anambra was there, but there's no other truth apart from that.
Nobody. Yeah, that's the truth. I myself, I have given up in Nigeria for a very long time. I go to Nigeria every year. Every place I go to Nigeria. I work for Nigeria because Nigeria can never be savage. Nigeria can never be savage.
You know what I told people?
Anyone that is telling that.
Austin, do you know something I told people? I said, every time people hearing you right now, Austin, don't talk like that. They won't know that a lot of us we used to believe in Nigeria. There are people today.
Definitely.
As early as February this year, they still believe that Nigeria may be revived, Nigeria may be saved. After that election, it's no longer hard to convince them that you are wasting your time. People don't know that a lot of people who are saying Nigeria should break today, they once believe in Nigeria very strongly. There are many of them who think in Nigeria today, but they have seen it.
Definitely. Even people that won the election now said by 1999 they said that he doesn't believe in one Nigeria.
He said it.
He said it. He said it with him. So I don't know why people are so much attached with this oneness. This is something that I call faulty relationship. How can you marry a woman? And the woman said, "I don't want you," and you keep on forcing her on yourself. She said she don't want. You can't force her.
You can never.
So this is how Nigeria is.
Someone, no.
Nigeria is finished, whether we like it or we don't like it. That's my only contribution. Thank you so much for your good work.
It's actually so good to hear from you again, sir. So nice to hear from you. Thank you. We may have a People's Parliament tomorrow. If that happens, I hope I'm so lucky enough that you won't be working so that you'll not be double dating. So thank you so much, Baba, for stopping by. I will try. Cheers, you have a good one. That's Austin there calling in from Germany. Now, Austin will be my last caller. I wish I could take more. And thank you to all of you for your support and for all the time, including every one of you who feels like, oh yeah, I mean, we can chip in something and get you a nicer camera. First, I'll let you know the camera I'm looking for is quite dear. We are talking about, 3,000 pound sterling camera. That's like 3 million naira. I mean, it's so loud. I've got some money saved. So I'm going to go work it out and see how we can, I can get your help. You know what I mean? But thank you. to everybody who actually tune in and then share this broadcast. All of you, my super chatters, you have no idea how much I appreciate you. Because for anybody to actually pick up their own bank card, you're watching somebody on YouTube and you enjoyed him so much, right? That you bring out your bank card and you decided to say, oh, I'm going to give him $2. I'm going to give him $20. I'm going to give him £50. Oh, I'm going to give him £100. That takes some level of love, oh, man, I don't lie you. I have done it. I've given people that, but it takes some level of loving to say, oh, no, I love this guy. I'm going to give it that to him. So I appreciate every penny, whether it is $1 or $100. That motive, that thing that actually makes you feel like the intention to say, I'm going to give it to him, $2. I'm going to give it to him, $5. You know what I mean? I appreciate you. And I say thank you to all of you who always share your evening with me. Yeah, we're all making some sacrifices to ensure that we fill in that vacuum every night or every morning or afternoon. Depends on the time you are watching. But if I've continued to make an impression on you about, everything, to the point that you have been my fan all this while, sharing my video, inviting people, getting more people to actually join me, you are doing me a great deal of favor. And I promise I'll keep reciprocating same. So thank you for all this support. I will see you some other time. And that other time is going to be tomorrow. God spare our lives. I'll see you then. So don't leave without liking the broadcast as usual. Something will keep telling you, oh, did I like that Mayegun's broadcast? I can't remember. Did I like it? Or did I not like it? Don't worry. Check it before you leave. I will see you some other time. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun Diary Politico. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní àní ẹ̀ súnra kì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.